So welcome to Mr. BK, and today we're gonna see draw and modification toolbar. So in AutoCAD, so let's go to AutoCAD and let's see the drawing toolbars and the modification toolbars. So drawing and modification toolbar plays a major role in AutoCAD. So first let's start with the line. So line as a start point and an end point. The shortcut for line is L. So L is the shortcut for line. So polyline shortcut PL, or you can go and click over there. So the difference between line and a polyline is nothing but a line has one start point and an end point and a midpoint. But in a polyline, if you draw a rectangle, the rectangle gets stretched. But if you draw a line using line, the rectangle, the edges will be broken so that the line gets separated between the two different points. So these are the major difference between a line and a polyline. So I have drawn a rectangle, a square using a line, and I'm going to draw a square using polyline. So in the polyline we can see that the lines which have been drawn are going to be in a continuous form, so I'm not going to break it. So I'm drawing it using coordinate systems, a rectangle coordinate system. So a line and a polyline. So these are the two different square. So if I select a line from a square, it moves and gets splits. But in polyline, if I select and move, the line gets stretched. These are the difference between a line and a polyline. So is it possible to change a line into a polyline and a polyline into a line? Is it possible? We can have select all the line and click J join command to join the lines. Four different lines are formed into a single polyline. Is it possible to make a polyline into a line? Yes, it is possible. We can explode and split. So go EXPLO shortcut and select the line gets splitted. So this is how we can change a line into a polyline and a polyline into a line. Or you can click on the icon explode in the modification toolbar. So now let's see the different types of circle. Center and radius is nothing but click and you can a radius in center and radius and it's a diameter. So center and diameter. So these are the types of circles. So 2 point is nothing but placing a 2 points. 3 point is nothing but placing in a 3 point, clicking three different points, and tan radius is nothing but tangential two different line and a radius will be given to draw a line. Tan is nothing but drawing a line, a circle for three tangential. So these are the various types of line which can be drawn using a circle command. Circle shortcut is C, and arc shortcut is ARC. So in arc there are many different types of conditions. So but the basic and important arc which you have been using is 3 point arc, and the rest of the arcs are just like a compass arc where start, center, end and start, center, angle. These are the different types of arcs which have been drawn as usual. But continuous is a command which is different from others. Clicking on continuous draws us a arc from the arc which we have finished at last. So continuous arc draws a arc which is continued. So now let's see a rectangle. A rectangle is nothing but REC is the shortcut. So if I'm going to draw a rectangle, I can draw using even a coordinate system. The first point of the can be also determined from a rectangle or clicking by on the mouse. So REC is nothing but clicking and giving the first point as a 0, 0, and dimension is D shortcut for rectangle inside. So I am going to give the dimension for length and the width and separate. So REC is a shortcut for the rectangle, and there are many different types of categories in a rectangle. We can see that chamfer, elevation, fillet, thickness and radius. So first let's see on fillet. Fillet is nothing but making the sharp edge into a round surface. You need to given a radius. I have given a radius 5. So now the radius is not visible since the rectangle is the condition which has been applied as a 5 fillet is not able to be produced since the size of the rectangle is too small. If the rectangle the size exceeds according to the condition, the chamfer edges have been formed. So next we are going to see chamfer. Chamfer is nothing but two different points, that is first distance and second distance. So the same condition will be applied for the chamfer, same as the fillet. If the condition is capable, so that only the chamfer will be applied. So REC is the rectangle, and thickness, elevations and chamfer and widthness. So first see the width. So width is nothing but giving a thickness for the rectangle. That is, now we can see that chamfer angle has been applied already, so you need to cancel it. So go inside chamfer and select 0, 0 for first direction and second direction to make chamfer to be removed. Otherwise the chamfer command will be activated even though if you have changed it. So now let's go to width, and I'm going to apply width in 1, and I'm going to draw a rectangle, and you can see that the width has been applied for the rectangle as a thickness as we given. So now let's give thickness. So thickness I'm going to give 20. So 20 is nothing but I'm going to draw a rectangle same, but there's no difference between the width and the thickness. So let's see what is the difference for 3. Third, I'm going to draw elevation. So elevation I'm going to give 50. So elevation is nothing but same I'm going to draw, but there's no change in the visual. So but if I need to show the visible for these things, I need to go to isometric view. So I'm going to click on the isometric view. Now you can see that the thickness, width and elevation, what are the different things which have been applied. The first one has only width, the second one has the thick and the width, and the third one has the elevation, thickness and the width. The elevation is 50 and thickness is 20, and thickness is width thickness is 22. So these are the difference in the rectangle. So now let's see polygon. So polygon is nothing but a command where polygon many sides can be drawn. That means a hexagon, a pentagon and any thing can be drawn, a number of sides which can be given. So sides inscribed in circle and circumference of the circle, it plays a major role in this. So inscribed in circle is nothing but the polygon which you are giving in a radius, the line which has been drawn, the polygon line which have been drawn will be inside the circle. The sharp edge will be connected inside the circle. But so first let's draw it in the center. So I'm going to go to the polygon, sides, so inscribed in circle, It's going to be 20 or 10, and the radius what I'm going to give, and I'm going to draw a circle to show you that what is inscribed in circle and inscribed in circumference, the difference. So you can see that the sharp edge which has been touching the circle. So now let's see for inscribed in circumferences. The radius is going to be 10, is the same for each other. Now you can see that the lines have been tangential to the circle. So this is nothing but inscribed in circle and circumference for the circle. So now let's see ellipse. In ellipse they have two different types, that is a center radius and a diameter, that is axis to axis. In center radius nothing but we need to give a major dia and a minor dia. Basically a ellipse need a major dia and a minor dia to be drawn. So major dia and the minor dia. Axis is to axis is nothing but drawing it from the axis and giving from major dia minor dia. In isoellipse, so in isoellipse we need to select axis to axis, major dia and minor dia, and select the starting point so that you can be able to draw a arc in a fluency manner along the major dia and the minor dia. It can also be extended by selecting the ellipse. So it can also be adjusted. So these are the drawing tools which have been majorly be used, and hatch it will be followed in a next video. So now let's see in the modification toolbar. So now I've drawn a rectangle, but the commands which have been already used isn't been activated, so I'm just going to need to cancel it, cancel the width, thickness and elevations. I need to go inside and make it as 0. So now it comes as an ordinary rectangle. So this is a rectangle. So now let's draw a single rectangle, a bigger one, and I need to place a circle in that. So in this I'm going to give the specification of the area. So in this way we can even specify the area for a rectangle. In rectangle I'm going to just place the point, and even the rotation you can even able to rotate the rectangle in whatever the angle you like. So these are the possible way of rotating the rectangle. So if you need to make a rectangle normal, so you need to go back and click on the rotation 0. So these are the different types of way you can draw a rectangle. So in draft setting I'm going to adjust the graph. For it is x is 10 and y is 10, I'm going to make it to x and y 1 1. So now I'm going to draw a rectangle. Now a circle which has been placed should be moved inside the center for the rectangle. So I'm just going to select and click M shortcut move, and I'm going to place the displacement is nothing but from 0 to 0, and now I'm going to select the displacement, or now I'm going to select the base point as the circle's radius center, and I'm going to move it into the center where the points which has been coincidence. So in case if you want to move the rectangle itself to a 5 centimeter height, you can select, click on move, M shortcut, and click displacement and go to ortho mode F8, and you can give 5 degree 5 mm so that the rectangle moves a 5 mm up. So this is how you can move from displacement and move it from the place. If you want to copy, select the object, Ctrl C is the shortcut, and place it. Or if you want to place it in a multiple times, select the object, go CO, that is copy shortcut CO. And you can even click on multiply, and the displacement command is also been same. So multiple is nothing but you can able to place it wherever you want with the multiples of rectangle. So this is a copy command. So if you want to see the stretch command, nothing, just draw a line, click on the line and click on the end point. You have the stretch command, you can click it and you will be able to move the line or extend the line. And modification toolbars you're going to see. Now let's see something, a really important topic. It is called as quick select. QSE is the shortcut. QSE, quick select. The quick select dialog box appears and you can able to see, and you have even able to select the drawings, current drawing and entire drawing. So you can select entire drawing or even current drawing by selecting the objects. And the object types is nothing but circle, polyline, anything, and you can select circle. Even if you want, you can even apply conditions for the circles for selecting just a particular circle and click on OK. So conditions, if you give any conditions that is equal to, means there's if there is any circles for that, it won't be selected. So let's go to QSE and click on circles and click OK, so that the every circles will be selected. So I haven't applied any conditions, so that since I don't know the radius of the circle, so I'll just select it and I can able to change the property for everything. So property shortcut is control 1. So quick select, circle, circles, and control plus 1, and the radius is going to be 2. So the 2 has been applied for all. So you go to QSE quick select and you go to circle and you go to radius, the property condition radius, and equal to 2, and click on OK. All the circles which are in the 2 radius will be get selected. So this is a major thing of you make a quick selection in a project or any a clumsy way. So now I'm gonna draw a eye section, a easy way to draw an eye section. So I have just drawn the 1/4 of the side of an eye section. So I'm gonna select the whole object and I'm gonna use the mirror command. Mirror command shortcut is MI. I'm gonna draw a first variable point, that is a reference line which need to be mirrored. So I have selected the point and I'm going to use an ortho mode so that it has a straight. So I'm going to draw a straight line, and yes or no is option, nothing but if you need to delete the source object or not. I have given no, so that the source object has not been deleted. If I know is it possible only to do in a parallel way, you can even do it in a perpendicular way. So now I'm going to select it, MI shortcut mirror, and I'm going to draw from the one point to another point and give no for not erasing the source object. So this is how you able to mirror an object from one part to another side. So scaling is nothing but SC is the shortcut for scaling. Select the object, select a base point and click on the base point, so that if you able to increase the size according to the distance. So it is very hard for me to scale in a point, so I just going to use the reference command so that it can be increased in a very small gradual way, in a referential way. So after clicking it, the dimensions and the size of the object will be changed. So I go to the scale command and I even select it. I'm going to place the base point and I'm going to place the reference from down to top and even decrease and increase and go. So there is another way. Select the scale, select the base point and go click copy and then click on reference. So I'm going to click the reference from top to bottom. I'm going to decrease the size, and I just going to click, and there's another thing formed since I have used the copy button. So these are the way that you can use the drawing and modification toolbar. And further doubts and clarifications, you can just leave your comments in the drop, and the further videos will be updated within a few minutes. Thank you for watching, Mr. BK.